Hello guys, welcome back to TechDose, and in this video we will look at maximize happiness of selected children problem, which is from Leetcode number 3075, and this is based on the greedy type algorithm. Let's now look at the problem statement. In this problem you are given an array happiness of length n and a positive integer k. There are n children standing in a queue where ith child has happiness value of happiness at I. You want to select k children from these n children in k turns. In each turn, when you select a child, the happiness value of all the children that have not been selected till now decreases by a value 1. Note that the happiness value cannot become negative and gets decremented only if it is positive. Return the maximum sum of the happiness value of the selected children you can achieve by selecting k children, right? If you look at the first example here, the happiness array indicates happiness values for 3 children and we have to select the 2. So what we will do is, in the first turn we will select the max value because I want to maximize my collected happiness value. So this child having happiness value 3 gets selected, and these two values will get updated by decrementing by one value. So this becomes 1 and this becomes 0. The next time when you have to pick one more child, then 1 will get picked up. So the total value is going to be 4, and that is why the value is 4. When 1 is getting picked up, then for the next turn, even if you had k value 3, then this value will not decrement. It will still remain at 0 because we know that the values cannot become negative. Okay. Now let's look at the constraint. It's a fairly simple problem to understand, I suppose. So in this case, the constraint says happiness.length is maximum 2 times of 10 to the power of 5. That means this can be the number of children, and each of the child can have a happiness value of 10 to the power of 8. So let's say in the worst case the k value becomes equals to n, which is 2 times of 10 to the power 5, and each of them have a value, happiness value of 10 to the power of 8 somehow, and if you add them without decreasing anything, then the sum is going to be 2 times of 10 to the power of 13. So this is way beyond your 32-bit integer range, which is around 10 to the power of 9. So we have to take 64-bit integer, which can hold values up to 10 to the power of 18 approx. Therefore in this problem we will always be considering the long integer, which is 64-bit integer, right? So I hope you have understood the constraint. Let's now look at some basic examples again. So in example 1, I have given 4 children and their happiness values as 1133 and the k value is 3. So in the first turn, I will decrease the k value to 2 and I will create a sum which will be starting from 0, and I will be picking the max value of this happiness because I know I want to maximize the sum value, and I can also place a decrease marker which will say that with what value should I decrease all the values with, right? So initially it will be 0. So when I pick the maximum, let's say it is 3, then the sum value will become 3, and we have to decrease it by the decrease amount, that means 0 amount. Rest all values will be decreasing by 1, right? So either you decrease all of them by traversing 1, so that is one way, or you can just mark this with doing +1, that means the decrease marker will increase its value by 1. You can choose either one of these approaches, right? So if you go with the simpler approach, that means without the decrease marker, then you have to traverse for all the other candidates and find out which of them were not selected and then decrease the value by 1. So it's better that you just keep a variable and keep increasing the decrease marker value. So the next time we will be selecting out of the rest of the options, again we will be selecting this 2, because in the array it will show as 3 only. So I will be selecting this 3, and the decrease marker here will say that you should actually decrease this value to get the actual value, which is 3 minus 1. So this will be adding 2 value, and so the total sum will become 5, and the decrease marker next time becomes 2. Okay. Now when you go to k value 1, that means you have just 2 leftover options. Out of these 2, the 1 will get selected, and here the decrease marker is 2. So in this case I will not just decrease 1 and 2 and get -1 value, because 1 minus 2 is -1. According to the constraint, it says that we cannot go below 0, and that is why we will take the maximum of, you can say, 0 comma 1 minus 2, which will come out to be 0, and that is why this 0 will get added and you will get 5 value, and the k value will become 0. So that is how you can calculate the result here. You can try the same on the second example. You can take it as some work, some classwork, and just try on the second one and see what answer is coming for you, right? So you can make use of this decrease marker. And the important point to note is the minimum value of happiness for any child, ith child, is actually 0. It cannot be less than 0. Fine. Now, having understood this problem and whatever is our requirement, I think you must have understood that we are trying to find the top k happiness values. That means the top k children, right, out of the given array. Okay, I know that the values are decrementing after each step, but the effect is happening for all the candidates, and therefore the top k problem remains the same. So this problem is a top k problem. Okay, find the kth largest in an array, or find the top k items in an array. It is the same problem as this given problem, and you already know that in order to select the best options, the top k best options, if you sort them in decreasing order, then moving from left to right, you can select k items, and that would be the top k. That can be one way to do it. Or if you build a heap, if you push the items into a heap or build a heap, then if you pop k times from this heap, then you will get the top k item simply. So these are the two popular ways for solving this problem, and let me show you side by side and compare them along with their time and space complexity about which one is performing better, or maybe what option should you go with. So let's start with the sorting approach. So on the left side, I will be taking the sorting approach. So in sorting, I will be sorting them in decreasing order. So let's say that if I sort them, then it becomes 8, 5, 4, 2. And let's assume the k value equals to 3, right? Then what I have to do is, I will be taking a decrease marker which starts with 0 and simply go from left to right for only k times. Okay. Even I don't need the decrease marker because the index will tell me about what value should I decrease with. So I do not even need the decrease marker here, right? So the first time I select, the sum value starts from 0 and 8 will get added. It will become 8. Then I will go to 5 and I will subtract its index value because one operation have been done, and in each operation, you know, all the values will decrease by one value. So the next time I will add 5 minus 1 and it will become 12. And so the next time when I go, then I will be adding 12 plus 4 minus 2, and it should become 14. But you must also consider the case that if you are seeing a value, like let's say you are seeing a value 5, and if the index somehow happens to be 6, then you cannot add this value to the previous sum value, because then the sum will become sum minus 1. So we cannot just directly subtract this value from the index, but we should always write that it should be maximum of 0 comma whatever is the happiness at index minus I. We should take the maximum of these two values so that we do not get any negative value at any point of time. If you follow these things, then you will be easily solving it by sorting. And you know what will be the time complexity here? It is going to be n log n for sorting. And after sorting, we are just going for k steps. So it will be plus k. And so the time complexity will be order of n log n, because you know that n is always greater than equals to k. In terms of space complexity, you have to see whether you have done in place sorting or out of place sorting. If you have done this sorting entirely in place, then the space complexity is going to be order of 1, and it can range to a value of order of n as well. It depends on which sorting algorithm you have applied in place or out of place, right? So in general, whatever sorting algorithm is provided in the library, you do have some extra space. So you can check out in your language. So I'm considering that you have taken extra space as well, right? Now coming to the heap approach, what I will be doing is take this entire array, and there are two options, whether to convert this array into a max heap, because I want to take the top k, so I will be taking max heap, either to convert this array into a max heap or make a new max heap. So I have made a new max heap in my code. The new max heap means you just make a new heap 8542. So it is a tree structure, as you know, and from this heap we will be popping out k times. Okay, so if you make a new heap, making a new heap is a build heap algorithm, and the build heap will take around order of n time. Okay, so there is a good proof for it. You can just go through that order of n time complexity for building a new heap, and once you have built it, you have to pop k times and then get the result. How to do it? Let's say that the k value equals to 3. I will use a decrease marker which is starting from 0, and I will maintain my sum starting from 0. The first time I pop out, I will be popping out this 8, and my decrease marker being 0, 8 minus 0, 8 will get added to the sum, and it becomes 8. The next time, you know who will be the top of the heap? 5 will be the top of the heap after the heap rearrangement. So if you want to learn more about heap from scratch, then you can follow my heap playlist as well, where I have shown all this with the help of the tree structure, how the heap rearrangements, heapify, build heap, everything works with time complexity proofs as well. So I will highly recommend you to watch my heap playlist. The link will be present in the description below. Now if you already are aware about this thing, then the next time the decrease marker will increase by 1, and you know that the top of the heap is 5, so take out 5. And you know what value to add? Maximum of 0, 5 minus 1, which is going to be 4, and 4 plus 8 is 12. Then after the heap rearrangement, 4 comes on the top, and so the decrease marker will become 2. You take out the top of the heap, which is 4, so 12 plus maximum of 0, 4 minus 2 will make it 14. Okay, and the k value will now become 0, because I had assumed k value to be 3, and I have done 3 times operation. So this is how you get the result as 14. So the build heap is order of n. So in terms of time complexity, I will say that the build heap was order of n, and after that we have done k operations, and each of the heapify will take log n time, so k log n, and therefore I can say that let this be the time complexity, because I don't know if n is larger or k log n is larger, right? Because k can also be equals to n, so it is equals to n plus k log n. And in terms of space complexity, now again it depends on whether you have taken the input array and converted it into a max heap by using your own custom function definition. If you have done that, then you can assume that the build heap will not take extra space, and I will be taking order of 1 space. If you apply recursion on the heapify, then it will be log n space to a maximum of order of n space, where you have actually defined a new max heap, which I have done in the code because it simplifies everything, right? So this is the entire comparison with between the two most widely used algorithm, the sorting and heap. Both are greedy type, and I hope you have understood the entire solution. Let's now look at the code. If you are someone who is looking to prepare for top product based company within a limited time of just 3 months, then we have brought for you both the DSA and the system design live interview training program. The most important feature of this program is you get a filtered and condensed structured curriculum, in-depth discussion of all the topics, and my guarantee of your understanding, one-on-one guidance with me, and live weekend classes. To know more about the training, you can WhatsApp us on this given number. In this solution, I have taken long type, and I have shortened the name to LL. So this is 64-bit integer. And after this, in the main function maximum happiness sum, we are given the happiness array with the k value, and I will be taking sum equals to 0. Then I have defined a new priority queue max heap, and it is applying the build heap on the entire happiness array, so it will take extra space with the max heap. And then we will be having a decrease marker with the value 0, and I will be repeating the process entirely k times. I will be adding the top of the max heap, and then I will be subtracting the minimum of decrease the max heap dot top. So this step is done so that we don't end up adding any negative value. The happiness cannot be negative, and then we will be remove the top of the max heap and increase the decrease marker count. So finally we will return our result as sum. I hope this entire solution is clear. If you still have any doubt, then feel free to comment below, and I'll try to help you as soon as possible. See you guys in the next video. Thank you.